Omukama Dr. Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru Rukidi owakana akasobola kuba najumura engoma y'obukama bwa Toro. Kuruga n'obu tukatandika kujaguza empango ntujaguza kusanga nti abantu ba Toro twine obukama kandi twine n'omukama waitu. Bunu omwaka 2024 ntujja kuba ntujaguza empango ya 2029 nk'obukama bwa Toro. Tukira abasajja akasiima yagamba nti abantu bange ba Toro batasobola kuba nibahwaho mbaitwa kagingo mnyorero oba abandi bajita silimu. Mukimanye kurungi region ya Toro enu eriemu ha regions eza Uganda izikwana nakoka kwa mnywerero kandi kira abasajja agamba nangu abantu bange ba Toro nsemerire kwimukira mukorora nti nindwanisha nanye kagingo mnywerero. Akakwataniza n'ekitongole empulizigane kibakwete kya MTN Uganda korangu mnatandikaho mizani taliyemu nemu nkuranti abantu be ba Toro nibetaba mizani egi gube gumu hamulingu bwakakuyege guterera abantu ba Toro korango nibetaba kandi niberinda kakoka ku mnywerero. Omwaka 2022 MTN yakwataniza n'omukama Dr. Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru bakatandikaho emizani etaliyemu nemu kurora nti mbakunga abantu b'omukama haka aburwaire b'omnywerero.
Bakatandika mpora mpora baitwate kintu kyeija kye
Mjwera kiki n'omukama ministers kuruga mu government ya hagati abakorasi mu rukurato rukuru rw'ihanga Uganda umjwera musuga umikirwa obukama n'amagatwa abembezi bedini rwigi urukurato rukuru urukama n'abakorasi abagenyi mu byinsa byanyu imena ya Toro inywena
boro byenzayi
imbatangira hampango yo murundi gwa 2008 kuruga ninjumura engoma ya bisinkuru nyowe
tulibawa gutamba tulibawe nzaire ohangiriza gutamba
ninsima ruhanga awe myaka enu kandi alinda obukama bwe
nzaire
ninsima abantu bona behere obusagiki muntekaniza iyo mwaka guno mu mlingo ogwembaganiza ninsima abanywani beitu inywena hamu nebitongole ebikwatanize n'obukama mu kutekaniza empango enu
tulibawa mara
nkatandika entekaniza iyo obukama emyaka 25 year development plan. Entekaniza eno nayoleka kurunga engiga enkuru etusemerire kutaho amani kurora twayombeka obukama n'abantu beitu
tulibawenzaire
engiga ezo ziri 8 niho tukuta amani kurora obumezi bw'abantu beitu bahinduka. Ezo mu engiga nstandikizize echo kubanza ebyensingato ningonza kurora nitwegesa esingato emirimo eyengaro
tulibawenzaire
obukama bukatandika youth center nuko ensingato zeitu zije zege emirimo yengaro nindagiro mpikirwa na magatwa kutama amani mu ntekaniza enu. Echa kabiri mubyokulima n'obulisa ningonza tuwegesa abantu beitu ebyobulimi n'obulisa ebyobukugu nkatandika King Oyo Model Farm Bugaki tutaireho entegeka kutandikaho farm nkazinu ubuchweke ebindi byobukama nukozegese abantu beitu
tuleba wamara gorobya Kabamba gorobyo mwebingwa gorobye Iguru Rukidi
ekakasatu ebyamataka nimanyisa emyenda ya tori nywena ngu tukwatanize hamo na government kugare byapa byamataka gobukama ninterera abantu abali hamataka gobukama kukwataniza na Kingdom Land Board ya Kingdom nuko mutunge ebhandiko rundi ebyapa byamataka ganyu
tulibawenzeire gorobyo mwebingwa gorobyo wamara
busawa umuntu wena akwikirizibwa kubinga abantu hamataka agobukama
tulibawa Kabamba tulibawa mwebingwa tulibawa Iguru Rukidi tulibawenzeire
ekyakana ebyoburambuzi nekigendererwa ekyokwongera amani mu byoburambuzi nkatandikaho ekyoto hampango gonu mugisa ngokoleka oburungi bwensi yeitu ya Toro nuko tusikirize abarambuzi kuruga munsi yona kwija munuka ninsaba abanywani beitu kwataniza n'obukama nuko entekanize enu tugyongeremo amani
tulibawenzeire
ekyakatano byemzano mu bukama ningonza kusima imyenda ya Toro au kujombera emzano eyatangizibwe obukama bwa Toro mu masaza ganyu nintaburucha isaza lya Mwenge South abo kusinga umpira hamu na isaza ya Chaka abo kusinga magali ninsima MTN Uganda abo kwataniza n'obukama mzano ninterera ebitongole ebindi kwija tukwataniza tuongere mamani mzano y'obukama mukaga ensonga y'oburwaire bwa slim rundi HIV AIDS abakasumi kaingi ntani nkwataniza n'ebitongole bingi na muno Uganda AIDS Commission hamu na Ministry of Health kurwanisa oburwaire bwa kagingo slim tuongere mamani kandi ninterera abembezi inywena abazeire abembezi bamadini kuongera mamani kutera umuranga gokwerinda hamu nokwekebesa nuko oborasangwa noburwaire otekwe hamebazi
tulibawa Kabamba
nindagera ompikirwa hamu na magatwa kwebembeza 25 year development plan eyobukama obuhereza bwanyu nimbagondeza kujaguza empango n'obusinge ruhanga balinde
duma Kabamba odumerenzeire tulibawa amara tulibawa mwebingwa tulibawa Iguru Rukidi tulibawa Kabamba gorobye nzeire gorobye mwebingwa gorobye wamara gorobye Kabamba gorobye mwebingwa arukwemera yamukebule gorobye nzeire tulibawa amara tulibawa Iguru Rukidi tulibawa mkumafuzi tulibawa nzeire
twagenda ascension yendi
tulibawa amara
DJ, can I have the level of this microphone, please? Thank you so much.
Mbayrendu ile ntaraba hao nabaguno gwa mwinga hano ni nkawe tukibi na kibai twikiranize itwena ensimbi Minister we nkazimuha naruka kubaza nawe benyizire bwenterirwe ebinebe yagamba ngo wike kwija yagamba ngo wike kwija akutandika gukora umurimo kandi warata gutandikire mu murege ije mu ngambire muhurire abatoro tukenganga ine orugudo tukujja kurukora dukushwaza nokushwaza abashubuzi bakora bata otwekere erole yebitoke nibirugatoro nibigenda Kampala nugire role yerataha. So in brief batata na bamawe ogwo muri mutugumanyire kurungi tukujya gukora mutatukiena mwawura mutatukiena twikale tulibe ngonzi kutukozangana buli kiro nawe ekyo mutuhe amani duhanga kana watuhage murole umuhanda ogwo kuturagutereza kurungi.
Honorable Minister, we want you to bring the loan for that road in the next 1 week to the House.
I will oblige.
You know very well most of our support comes from Toro, and we want to make sure that we continue enjoying that support from Toro. And the NRM government, where the minister comes, believes in and belongs to, and I do belong to myself, believes in inclusivity and ensuring that we have harmonious living. When I heard the Prime Minister talk about we may lose out votes on the youth, we are supporting the youth. That's why we have industrial hubs. That's why we have skilling hubs. We are going to work together with the population, and as NRM, we believe in working with the population and leaving the population better than the way we got. We must thank President Museveni for the peace and security that he has created. And the inclusivity that we are talking about the Myoga, the PDM, taking money to the population. Now, here is the issue in terms of the pricing of tea. Honorable Minister of Agriculture, our people here are complaining. Can you kindly come over and respond?
Over to you.
Angriza Gutamba, Amoti, Your Majesty, and congratulations. Kiki Best, congratulations. Right Honorable, tingira kubaza rutora bokuba mukama wange speaker ankaguye mu rujungu. Leka mugaruke mu rujungu ne mu rumanyira bato.
Are you speaking Lutoro because you are addressing the Batoro?
Hata amperu permission mwakure. Hata vya majani vya chai abagonzi binywa na Batoro. Wekinisa president wait akikalizo kuitu akikalizo kurato omwe okwezo kuhire bushenyi district zona ezikulima majani chai tore kabamu atenyi honorable butima kasindika bachenjojo twekara chamuhunga bushenyi bamugambire bizibu byona ebiri mu majani. Number 1, ebei ya fertilizer bire ebintu babyeta bata muto fertilizer ebijumusa factory za mugambira amashanyarazi sente nyingi neito batunyegera bagurukari cyangu tutukozere mateka agakuma muno. President amazire kuragira ebaraga handikire Right Honorable Prime Minister naragira muzeka saije ebizibu bya muzeka saije tujya kuwayo namuragira sere billion bisatu 12. Right Honorable Speaker, the President has directed in writing that finance looks for 312 billion for the tea people, kuyamba aba factory, kuyamba abalimi na bijimusa no kusasura abantu abatuhere nanka seedlings for chai. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I am sure Mzee Kaseja will come to Parliament with a supplementary sooner than later of 312 billion to support the tea sector. Hangiriza Kabamba, Angiriza,
Thank you.
our great king.
Thank you. When the supplementary comes, obviously, Your Majesty, we shall approve it. Just know you have a very good ally in that parliament. And you gave me very good members of parliament. Very, very good members of parliament. Your Majesty, the issue of as government in this financial year that we are going to start this December, we are going to have money for Buhinga Stadium put in the budget. Honorable Kasaija, ensure before you bring your budget, we have Buhinga in the stadium, and we want that stadium. And since our king loves sports, we must do something in that stadium. Now, with those few words, I want to request that I deliver the speech of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta. Iguru Rukidi the fourth, Her Royal Highness, my Lord the Bishops, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, the members of the Royal Family, the members of the Kurato, distinguished guests, Abatoro ne Abatoro Kati. Mama Janet joins me to congratulate His Royal Highness King Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru Rukidi IV upon reaching the 30th coronation anniversary celebration. We join the people of Toro Kingdom to celebrate 30 years of a King Oyo's reign and wish a peaceful Mpango celebration. On this special occasion, I want to thank the Almighty God for protecting the King and granting him the wisdom to lead the people of Toro. During the reign of the King Oyo, Toro has remained united and peaceful. Peace and unity are prerequisite conditions for development and socio-economic transformation. Therefore, I applaud the King for rallying the people of Toro around a shared culture, language, history, and their legitimate interests, i.e., development, creation of wealth and jobs, etc. I also want to thank the people of Toro for rendering unwavering support to the King, the royal family, and the King's administration. The NRM made a decision to restore monarchies because it is not possible to promote culture without involving the kingdoms. Gone into a cultural limbo after Obote II abolished the kingdoms in 1966. Therefore, the institutions which our ancestors had painfully developed for over 500 years were abolished overnight. In the parts of the country where the people recognize cultural institutions and leaders, life resolved around the monarchies. Therefore, the abolition of their abolition was a big blow to the people's identity and way of life. It was not until the NRM captured power in 1986 that steps towards cultural revival were taken. Cultural revival started with restoration of the old monarchies and granting the formation of new ones in places where our people asked for them. The decision to restore the monarchies was a way of recognizing the efforts of our ancestors to set up centralized administration. The kingdoms and chiefdoms in Uganda had managed to unite several clans to form a big political unit, i.e. Buganda, Bunyoro Kingdom, Ankole, etc. This unity helped to guarantee cooperation and minimized conflicts either between one clan and another or among themselves. Buganda Kingdom, for example, had managed to unite 52 clans, which, if left fragmented, would have most likely acted against each other. Therefore, our ancestors can be applauded for their foresight in forming bigger political units. Beyond the clan, it is this wisdom of forming bigger political units that the NRM thought to recognize and appreciate. Because there is strength in numbers, this is why we support the unity of Uganda and the integration of East Africa and Africa. It is important for our strategic security and unlocking Africa's potential to achieve the prosperity. Integration is not new in the era. Even before the kingdoms, there was Batembusi Kingdom, covering the current area of Bunyoro, Western Buganda, Ankole. The Batembusi Kingdom was replaced by the Bachwezi dynasty around the 11th century. It was greater because it covered Bunyoro, Buganda, Ankole, and Toro. This is why you find similar traditions in these areas, including Busoga. Therefore, our ancestors were the first integrationists, and their efforts must be carried forward to immunize Africa from the weaknesses on account of remaining fragmented. The cultural institutions were also restored because of their pivotal role in preserving our rich cultures and languages. The African dialects are richer than the European languages, like English. The responsibility of preserving our rich dialects is vested with the cultural institutions like the Toro Kingdom. I want to commend the Toro Kingdom for maintaining the cordial relationship with the NRM government. The government recognizes the various development projects being spearheaded by the kingdom in areas of education, tourism, health, etc. I thank the kingdom for mobilizing its subjects to embrace the jobs and wealth creation campaign, which is aimed at lifting our people from poverty. On account of subsistence farming, i.e., working for only the stomach, the NRM government has put in place the necessary infrastructure to spur development. They include the tarmac roads, the enough electricity supply, hospitals, schools, peace and stability, etc. Therefore, the remaining task is mobilizing our people to take advantage of existing structure to produce goods and services in the four sectors of commercial, agriculture, service, industry, and ICT. Finally, I once again congratulate Your Royal Highness, the Omukama, Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru, upon making 30 years on the throne of Toro Kingdom. I wish you and all the people of Toro a happy coronation anniversary celebration. I have enclosed an envelope for you, and I want signed by His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and I want to thank the preacher who prayed for the king to create warmth in the palace. And as I say, the king is my very good friend. I have even pledged to the king, Your Majesty, you know I'm a cattle keeper. I have told you just get a partner, I will pay all the cows. I am going to pay all the cows, and today I'm going to deposit the cows. God bless you all.
Emyenda ya Toli Nywena nisaba abanyamirwa mvanze mulindeho kusikira communication inahebwa inatunga
It's a video moti. It's a video. Yes. It's a moti. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my baby.
Bebe chao. Oh, that's so sweet.
Anzitukanya mutegeki mulesire urwe cyacho cyomuka obugaro bange binzire nakaruru teraho obugoma budikire ebyaba kurusindesire namarwa kangago. Kanya mutegeki mulesire urwe cyacho cyomuka obugaro bange binzire nakaruru teraho obugoma budikire ebyaba kurusindesire saite manzi titukanya mutegeki mulesire urwe cyacho cyomuka obugaro bange binzire nakaruru teraho obugoma budikire ebyaba kurusindesire
nti kyetukoze ko tukoze naye tegwasembayo okusalawo kw'Omukama tewaliyo akuddamu tujanjabye tufubye naye tegwasembayo obusawo bw'ogwe Mukama tewali yabuvuganya tuleme kwerabira mangu nti omulabe yamulabisa maaso amulaba n'amaaso nti era mulaba wayimiridde nga kukuba obusaale tuleme kwerabira mangu nti yabuyimiriranga mu maaso nga ggwo lyeryo lya butaala anti osomosa okufaana okuziira
nze nno buli kye ŋŋenda ŋŋamba namala ne nfuna abasinga maaso malungi omwana ttaala atunula tinogamba alimba munyambeko omukwano gunsiiba guntujja gulinga akavunza gunjiyo olutiko n'olusujjasujja simanyi oba ne bwenjagala mpenda mpulira obulumi nga ngambye agenda mu byenda n'obuwojjolo obubabumbuuka binyiiza wandera siibayomba mbunagwa mukwano nfuna akajanja layiro kingambo ekyo njagala nemekubeerawo obwekyo nga ndazala.
I take a trip around the sun. I made a stop. Oh, my way. I'll be back for many days. Kingston Town. But on the back for many years, but this spider is spinning around until a little girl in a Kingston. Okay. I want to appreciate you for being part of this platform. From where I started streaming. You at CTV and yeah, I'm saying your messages are coming through. Yeah, your messages are coming and keep them coming, keep them coming, keep dropping those tribute, keep dropping those tribute. Junior Medium, I can see saying, Amen, maybe rest in peace. Song called Najib says, really, in recent past, this is the person, King Oyo, who has made me shed tears. Yeah, we'll have to shed tears because we never expected this to happen. We never expected this. Movie Hassan says, rest in peace. My heart is broken. Kiza Emma. Hey, imitima yetu ekiwekere. Mogisa Ivan says, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Your Majesty, Dr. King Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru the fourth. Rukidi. Zono Kali, Amoti, Arali. Zone mpako zona ze. To the trip on the same ship when I reached Jamaica, I met a stop. But sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many years. My heart is.
My head is spinning around.
Atkwase Cecilia says, rest in peace. Oh Lord, receive our King with comfort heart. Deus Kadogo. Uyaba Eno says, may so rest in peace. Esther Grace Atim says, very sad. May his soul rest in peace. Nyakojo Hilario says, "Rape my king." Yeah, I know Nyakojo is in Australia, and we are struggling with this. I want to go through today's updates, what happened today, and of course, there have been more developments. More people continue to flock at Kanzika Palace from different corners of Uganda and the world. But I've been reliably informed that that today there have been a lot of engagements at the Royal Palace in Kampala at Buziga. Yes, there are many developments that have taken place at that Royal Palace. Meetings are ongoing, of course, to see how they can handle this. At Kwase, may his soul rest in peace. Amoti, the Lion of Toro, Iguna Samuel. The person who will never leave Toro people's hearts. Our king, he left us speechless. Dorin Naiga. Absolutely. Omusajja tatusibwire. Sajja taturagire gamba why. Murarwaza. It is challenging. It is a bit challenging, eh? I see, like, you see, we have been told that there is a prince, of which the crown will continue with the prince, most likely, according to the information we are getting from, or the information we got from the prime minister. But still, where the question is, or maybe like where someone may be having some question is on how now we were trying to cope up with a young man, a young king, getting to understand the realities of life, the realities of kingdom, his assignments. He was actually getting out used to his assignment in early 30s, because now I was in 34. So means I think by 30, 40, was getting used to the objectives. Why is there? Why is in that position? Why is he in that position? You know, like when you are in 40, 50, you can take some decisions on your own and say, I refuse this. For that one, I'm not part of it. For this one, I'm part of it. So, but when you are in 30 and heading such an institution, you need some kind of guidance from the subjects, also your leadership, because the kingdom leadership, where we have the prime minister and his ministers, and many other cultural leaders, even religious leaders. So, and I think after surpassing those years, surpassing 30, that's when you can make your decisions. You can make a decision maybe in the 50s. Yeah. But 30, this our king was getting now out to understand his core assignments, getting the total vision of 2040, what exactly Toro will need, what the Uganda, for instance, other kingdoms, inter-kingdom issues. You get to know issues of Busoga, issues of Uganda, then start benchmarking. If Uganda are doing this, how can I do this in the Toro? How can I help this in the Toro? That's why we have been seeing if the Masaza Cups are in Uganda, but still also Toro with some of those Masaza Cups, Masaza tournament. Same to Busoga. So if Busoga, they are getting millions of money, why not Toro? So this is the point where the king now was coming to to understand the reality of the world and his assignment. And now we are now pushed back. We are now pushed back to where we started from 1993. Because I don't think the Crown Prince will be is even 10 years. I don't think that. Just from my guessing. I may anticipate that, but he may be having a young kid, maybe young child. If it is much, maybe like 5 years, not even 10. So it means we'll have also to wait so that we can have another king and also take the position of this one, or the assignment of this one, of King Oyo. That's why some people, they were demanding some of the subject. They were saying, at least this time round, we can at least get a king who is mature, like somewhere like in 40, 50, that we can avoid some of the things. But we will follow the traditional way, and the traditional customs, and the beliefs, and even the norms, how the king will be selected, how the successor will be selected. But today, updates happening today. Today, the prince, Kamrasi Omusuga. This Omusuga is the one heading the clan of the king. So it is actually the supreme leader when it comes to the traditional clan of the kingdom, or the king. For instance, if the king is a Movito, then the Musuga must be a Movito. So and today announced officially. What I can say, the customs, the rituals, the traditions of how we can start the process of sending off a king. The process officially started today with some rituals being performed at the palace. And here, the Omusuga Prince Kamrasi officially announced the passing of the king to I can term this to the royal guards. The royal guards, like, and he instructed the royal guards to do to go and now revert that drum, turn the drum upside down. That will be signified that now there's no kingship. The kingdom has no king, and also the spear has been turned upside down, meaning that of course the king pulled out ahire mu mukono mu ngabo, like someone pulling out from your hand from something. And that means the royal tools, the royal legally, like the drum, the spear, the flags, all those properties that are now like they remain, they are in orphanage state. So today the officially started with the announcing, and some other rituals were performed. Like shouting, Kangawaija, like informing the community, the people of Toro on Kaswa Hill, to the Majesty, is resting or has gone to rest. Tutirwe nkuba abantu gatirwe nkuba ine maizi but fine chochikora. The King of Kings has decided. That's what our king said. The King of Kings has decided to take him, to serve him also. And I have told you today programs were in Maiso. Meetings are going on in Kampala. They are going on in Kampala at Buziga residence. That is Buziga royal residence. You know, the king had a royal residence in Kampala at Buziga. So most meetings will be taking place in Kampala. And in Fort Portal at Karuzika, they have appointed the former chairman LC5 Kabamba district to lead the organization or the committee and the whole event, the whole ceremony of sending off the king. They have appointed Richard Rwabuhinga to be the chairperson of the local committee chairperson to oversee the organization and implementing every activity that will make the king to get a befitting send off. So today the whole toll is mourning. All of us, we are mourning. Actually, we are lots of words. Nituguma. Tukolachi. Nituguma kantora akoraki. Turayeta nituguma.
Be back for many a day.
And for those who are still at CTV, I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you so much. And also, I want to go through here some messages. Today, the international media, they have now published the official communication of the kingdom. I can see CNN. Those international media houses, they are officially BBC, State House, Uganda, this is BBC World News. They have posted this youngest monarch dies in Uganda, aged 34. And I know this was he was a Guinness World Record holder as the youngest monarch, the youngest king in the world. So that's why world is youngest reigning monarch when he took the crown in 1995 has died aged 34. That is CNN. Maybe we will go to that more things. And also Sky News. World is youngest reigning monarch dies aged 34. This king was a world leader. I'm telling you, was a world leader, and God has punished us heavily. God doesn't do mistakes, but at some point things are very hard to explain. The European Union delegation in Uganda extends heartfelt condolences to the people of Toro,